Welcome back, Fly Tampa Fly. Welcome back. It's that time of the month again where Skyway Bound presents Fly Tampa Fly, Tampa Bay area small business aviation industry news source. And we got a show for you today. We'll be joined by our host, Walter Matthews, yours truly. So welcome. All right, folks, thanks for joining us today on Skyway Bound, joining our Skyway Bound community. As always, please follow the community, like, share, do that YouTube-y thing, and subscribe, and you can keep up to date with the latest and greatest. Every time we release something, you'll be ready. So we're going to go ahead and get into our show today. I already just changed a slide. That did not work exactly how I wanted it to, but that is okay. Our question of the day, for those of you who are preparing for your private pilot's license, a 100-hour inspection was due at 3,302.5 hours. The 100-hour inspection was actually done at 3,309.5 hours. When is the next 100-hour inspection due? A, 3,312.5 hours. B, 3,395.5 hours. Or C, 3,402.5 hours. Our Airman Certification Standards code is Papa Alpha.India.Bravo.Kilo 1 Bravo. Little Bravo. Stay tuned. Stick with us at the end. Still working on the prizes, but we'll get there. We'll get you the answer in the end, but in the meanwhile, let's move on. The Federal Administration is updating their space tourist safety recommendations. The recommendations are the first update from the agency since 2014, and they cover the design, manufacturing, and operations within space travel. So I have a cool little article. This is straight from the FAA's website. We're going to put the link in the description below. The FAA's Office of Commercial Space Transportation announced it has updated a list of recommendations aimed at limiting hazards that commercial space vehicle occupants could encounter during pre-flight to landing. Essentially, they're really making waves and they're really preparing for us to have commercial space travel. So your next family vacation in the near future could be to the moon or Mars, potentially. We'll find out. I definitely want to be on that ride. Next, the FAA, let's see what we got here. The FAA approves a vertiport in Blackstone, Virginia. So this is pretty exciting stuff. You guys have heard me talk about eVTOLs. eVTOLs is like what I like to say. This apparently is a significant milestone according to the FAA release. It's a significant milestone for the advanced air mobility industry. The FAA issued their first conditional approval for a vertiport at Allen C. Perkinson Blackstone Army Airfield in Blackstone, Virginia. So obviously the military is getting involved. We've done stories before on how the Air Force is getting involved in this vertical takeoff and truth be told, they've already been there. I mean, helicopters. Helicopters are vertical. And then you got the Osprey that's used by the U.S. Navy and the Marine Corps. That was one of the earlier versions. So it's already been there, but now the military is really moving forward with other capabilities based upon the various platforms that are starting to pop up, the smaller platforms. So that's pretty cool, at least to me. All right, the FAA, remember we talked about MOSAIC. This is going to kind of extend, there's a variety of things it's going to do, but one of the biggest things in the world of general aviation is they're talking about expanding what qualifies as light sport aircraft. With that said, the FAA has extended the comment period on the modernization of special airworthiness certification, also known as MOSAIC, notice of proposed rulemaking, another 90 days. Original originally scheduled to close on October 23rd. Comments may now be submitted up to January 22nd, 2024. And yeah, there you go. If you want to comment, or you know somebody in the industry that should comment, they've got till January 24th. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that and see how things progress. Let me see. I got some additional notes here too. Let's see. MOSAIC. Let's see. That's so here we go. At first glance, there's much to like. This is an article. Who wrote this article? I like this article. This is an article by. Looks like it's. I think it's AOPA. It's either AvWeb or AOPA. I need to put in my notes. Whoever Jim Moore is, I think that's AOPA. I think that's AOPA. Some of the things that this is going to help with is increase airplane stall speed to 54 knots within the light sport category. Increase the maximum speed to 250 knots. Calibrated airspeed. Allow controllable pitch propellers. You can be in a light sport that's a little bit bigger and goes faster. Allow retractable landing gear. Woo-hoo. The increase in stall speed will enable increased aircraft weights for more robust airframes, installation of safety-enhancing equipment, higher fuel capacity, and more seating capacity. The change will also allow airplane designs up to about 3,000 pounds to be included in this rulemaking. So we'll see where this is going to go and see how it goes. Oh, here's another rule they're looking to change under MOSAIC as well. The FAA is proposing to allow sport pilots to fly four-seaters. They can only usually have themselves and one other person. But the current limitation, oh no, I digress. They can fly a bigger aircraft under MOSAIC if it comes into effect, but they still can only fly with one passenger. So we'll see what's going to happen over the coming weeks. Exciting things. There's change. There's always change. That's the only constant. And yeah, we'll see. Oops. So somebody did a study. Let's see who this is. Air taxi service is coming, but cities aren't ready for it, experts say. This, let's see where it says the study. I should have highlighted it. Oh, here we go. Some guy who is the chief of Office of Aviation Planning for the California Department of Transportation said he was talking to the Air Taxi World Congress and Urban eVTOL Conference. He was saying that although a growing number of companies could offer passenger service via their electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles within 2 years, cities just don't have the capability, they don't have the infrastructure to support that service. And, you know, yeah, it'll come. We'll see. I mean, the potential's there. I'm supporting it. So there you go. Companies are going to need to engage locally. He provides a list or the article provides a list that basically they're going to have to go they're going to have to show the voters what's in it for me. And then they're going to have to deal with the not in my backyard attitudes as well. So even though vertical takeoff and landing is coming online, if you will, and it's closer to being there for average people like you and me, there's still a lot of hurdles that are yet to be jumped. And they will. It'll take time. It just might not be in our time. Aviation artificial intelligence. This is pretty sweet. Massachusetts Institute of Technology says it's developing an artificial intelligence-driven Copilot robot. It's called Guardian. This robot's going to monitor human pilots' performance and intervene at even the smallest deviation from what the AI considers the proper action by the human. So we'll they're testing it, they're coming up with it. We knew it was just a matter of time. And truth be told, most pilots know that somewhere down the road, most of our aircraft, there's a good chance they're going to be purely robot. And that's hopefully not now, because I like flying, I like manipulating the controls, but I think it's going to happen. If not in our lifetime, definitely shortly thereafter. But it's coming. Stand by to stand by. All right, the eVTOL company Joby, they successfully recently completed their first piloted test flights. This was in October, yes. With 4 of its pilots having performed maneuvers such as free thrust-borne maneuver hovers and forward transitions to semi-thrust-borne flight. So the flight took place at that facility in Marina, California, and they're expecting to expand its program to Edwards Air Force Base. So I think it's Joby that got the contract with the Air Force. Yeah, here it is. Earlier in 2023, they were selected by the U.S. Air Force to develop and test military applications for its aircraft. So there you go. Yeah, so Joby is, I guess they're in the lead with regards to government contracts. So if you're looking to get into that world, maybe look for a job at Joby or start your own thing. This is who you're going to be competing with. Very well funded. They're publicly traded. Nothing wrong with that. I encourage you to continue. If you want to compete, do it. Give it a shot. What do you got to lose? All right, this is pretty exciting to me because I'm in the Greater Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay International Airport was scheduled to hold their first ever air taxi test flight in the state of Florida, according to the news article. In their release, they said the airport and Volocopter, the company Volocopter, is collaborating to have their first urban air mobility test at a large U.S. airport. Today. I didn't go to it. I just didn't have time to go to it, but I looked online and I didn't see any news releases yet. It was only a couple hours ago, so we'll follow up on the story and we'll give you guys an update next month, unless we get inspired to do a video in a couple weeks, which could happen. But don't hold your breath. All right, more Florida news. Good, exciting news. As more people are wanting to fly here in the local area, there is a lack of hangar space, and there's a second FBO coming to Bravo Kilo Victor for you pilots, Brooksville, Tampa Bay Regional Airport. This is going to be, so right now they already have one. I can't remember the name of the one operator, but now they're going to have a second operator named Blue Water, and this company is going to develop a 12-acre lot on the eastern end of the 7,000-foot runway 927. So exciting things happening. Phase 1 of the project is expected to break ground sometime in the first quarter of 2024, and then be completed by the end of the year. So you know how that goes. There's always going to be delays. But exciting news. Things are happening within the aviation community in the Greater Tampa Bay area. We'll definitely follow this, so stay tuned, and yeah, let's see what happens. All right, today, so instead of doing a history slide, today I wanted to kind of, we got a lot of small businesses and nonprofits. I think in the past I've highlighted the IAC, the Infinity Aero Club of Tampa, up there in Wesley Chapel at Tampa North. So today I wanted to highlight the Florida Aerospace Training Center. I've met their leadership in the past. Wonderful folks doing wonderful things to promote aviation in the Greater Tampa Bay area. If you ever get a chance and you get over to Tampa Executive, if they have time, knock on their door and see if they have time to give you a tour of what's taking place there. They're doing some cool stuff. Basically, they're working to help. Well, I'll just read it off my slide instead of trying to wing it. Florida Aerospace is the training center where anyone can start the path to becoming a professional avionics technician. They are developing critically needed skills for their students to obtain employment across the aerospace industry right here in the Greater Tampa Bay area. Their approach is to utilize the latest technologies to train exceptional employees for our community's employers. For those of you who don't know what an avionics technician is, it's all the computers and all the electronics within an aircraft. There you go. They're your aviation electricians, if you will. So there's a lot of good opportunity in the world. I try to tell kids all the time. I'm going to be at a middle school next week for the Great American Teach-In, and I try to share with kids that there's more to aviation than just being a pilot. You've got your aviation technician. Somebody's got to fix the aircraft. You've got the fuelers. You've got accountants. You've got that food that you eat on the airlines. That's prepared by some company. And this, did I say accountants? Accountants. I have much love for accountants as a former accounting major, but there's so much to the aviation industry that I just want people to know, if you don't want to, if you're afraid of heights, there's still a place for you in the aviation industry. So feel free to join us. Contact me if you want more information. All right, and then here was another cool article. The Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals, they're offering diverse scholarships. I have a lot of students, some are younger, and it is expensive to learn to fly. I just want you to know there's variety, and I'll try to highlight more scholarships on this show as I progress. But here's one that I found that I thought some of you guys might be interested in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just give it a shot. Let's see what it's talking about. It's called an Impact Scholarship. It's targeting individuals who already have earned their private pilot. So in this case, they already need you to have a private pilot certificate, but it's exclusively available to those, and you need to be an active OBAP member, which, you know, if you're going to apply to a membership, if you're going to apply for a scholarship within any kind of club, they're always going to require you to be a member anyway. So anyway, their time of submissions are coming up in 2024, and it's just a great opportunity for those of you. Let's see. Applicants should submit a comprehensive form through OBAP LWFA portal. The application recommendations must be submitted. I take that back. In November. Actually, it's coming up in November. My bad. It's coming up in the next 13 days. So it's November, so you got to get it in if you're already a member of OBAP. If you're not, you could probably become a member while you're submitting the application. I don't know. You'd have to reach out to an OBAP rep. You can go to their website there. We'll put it in the description. Probably go to the website and figure out how to join real quick and submit your application. But then you got to be somewhat active. And I think I'm not even sure you can do that. I think you have to. I think I read in somewhere you had to have been a member at least 6 months. Just look into it. If you're interested, look into it. If not, they're going to have more scholarships. So yeah, it's just another good club to get into. And all right, you guys can hear we have a little party outside. It's all good. I'm here at the Jetline studio, and it's not a boring place to be. They're working on selling out there. Their Verpol products. They're a distributor, the U.S. distributor of Verpol products, which is based in in Europe somewhere. All right, we're going to go back to our question of the day. A 100-hour inspection was due at 3302.5 hours. But the 100-hour inspection was actually done at 3309.5 hours. When is the next 100-hour inspection due? 3,312.5 A, or B, 3,395.5, or C, 3,402.5 hours. The answer is, drum roll please, 3,312 hours. And I will read to you straight out of the CFR. The 100-hour limitation may be exceeded not by more than 10 hours while en route to reach a place where the inspection can be done. The excess time used to reach a place where the inspection can be done must be included in computing the next 100 hours. So if you get to that 100-hour limit, specifically what it's saying, it was due at 3302.5. Apparently this person flew an additional 7 hours, and it doesn't matter. Their next inspection is due 100 hours off of that 3002 number. It's just the way it is. Those are the rules. And if you have any more questions, we'll put the link to the CFR so you can read that whole section, and also known as the FARs. We'll put that in the link as well so you can look it up on your own and just get smarter about FAA regulations. All right, we're at that time of the show. Put my hat on. All right, we're going to, my friends at Jetline, always I thank my friends at Jetline. They've supported me and they've given me this space. I've got my simulator. Sometimes I bring students here so we can We can talk through the concepts. We're not training per the FAA. Yeah, don't get me started. But we do, it's a great way to just hammer home some of the basic concepts that you really want to do on the ground before you start spending 165, 75, 85 plus dollars an hour in an actual aircraft. But thank you to my friends at Jetline. If you have any flight simulator needs, as you can hear, there are people outside right now talking over potential needs as well. Contact my friends at Jetline Systems. All right, and once again, thanks to my friends at Mind My PC, affordable cybersecurity and IT solutions. If you are looking to not do every hat, wear every hat in your organization because you're not going to scale otherwise, please contact my friends at Mind My PC. If you don't want to be an IT specialist, contact my friends at Mind My PC. I have their service. I use their service. I'm very happy. They're very responsive, and they're just a wonderful team who are focused on the needs of small business owners like myself and yourselves. So reach out to my friends at Mind My PC. And then, as always, thanks to our sponsor, this is actually technically me, Skyway Bound Aviation Services. If you're looking to live and you're in the Greater Tampa Bay area and you're looking to start your flight dreams, it doesn't matter if you start today or tomorrow. Just get started. I'll work with you as long as you want, and I'll show you how to study and how to prepare so you can lower your costs. Sometimes you just need to sit down with an instructor for a few hours and just see exactly what you need to do. I'll give you a free syllabus, and I'll just sit down and show you how to chair fly. I'll show you how you can buy a free poster from Sporties, and I'll show you how to use this in your chair flying at home. This is really, it's $5 for shipping. They don't charge you for this. Anyway, give me a call if you want to get into the world of flying. And if you just want to talk aviation in general, please contact me. I love to talk aviation, even just about the industry. If you want to get into accounting, you want to get into cybersecurity, I'm helping my friends, with their larger umbrella IT solutions company to get into the world of cybersecurity, aviation cybersecurity. It is a big deal. So there's a lot of opportunity. If you want to get into that world, just let me know. All right, and then that brings us to the end. I think that is it. I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's a next slide. We'll go back to this one. This is a perfect way to end it. Thank you for your time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening and watching. Like, subscribe. Stay up with us. We're trying to grow the overall aviation community within the Greater Tampa Bay area. We're trying to bring people together, and we're just doing the best we can. If you want to be part of that, join us on our online platforms and our social media, and you can keep up, and we'll see how we can collaborate in the future. Without further ado, those of you who are looking to start small businesses, 100%, I totally get it. Just keep trying. Keep trying to find out what works for you. Try things. Don't spend a lot of money. There's a lot of cheap, inexpensive ways to try to test what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. Reach out to me if you want to talk about it. I'm always open to some sort of brainstorming sessions for a limited amount of time. I'm very busy as well, but I'll make time for my fellow small business owners. And I just want to see you guys get into the world and help grow and cultivate the the aviation small business community in the Greater Tampa Bay area. So, without further ado, do not quit, my friends. Do not quit. Do not quit. Do not quit. And the sky's the limit. I believe in you. So, come out and join me in this world of small business in the Greater Tampa Bay area. Let's see if we can make things happen. It's already a great place to live. It can, with us working together, it can only get better. So, thank you for your time. And I'll see you guys next time.